What is up, guys? Market is gonna open in 15 seconds, so let's see what's gonna happen. I think I already know what's gonna happen, or what I would be the ideal day. Okay, so market opens and price comes on Nasdaq and sweeps out both of these highs, while ES just comes up and takes out this high. Because look how far these highs are. So we'll make a bearish S&P, and from there we're just gonna flood all the way down here and take out all this low resistance. Sorry for the background. If I don't know if you guys can hear the background, but if you can, sorry, I can't really do anything about it. But yeah, Nasdaq is doing what I want it to do. But it really has to come up to this second high, really. Hopefully today can make up for the past 2 or 3 days of bad price action. Here we go. Boom. High taken out. Okay. Oops. Okay. So look at this. ES is right here, while Nasdaq is already at this high. So, I mean, if ES comes up to this high, if ES comes up here, I don't even know if I want to trade today. Because what do we have to trade to the upside? High resistance liquidity, this draw right here, that's also high resistance. Like, it's just not really ideal. But yeah, I think today could be a good day. Uh, I would like to get a nice win on the eval, bring it back up from the loss from yesterday. I mean, I only have one eval left to trade, so this is like I don't have to worry about switching through accounts and trading them because, whatever. Because I just have this one account, so I have two XFAs that I'm not willing to trade in December. I'm gonna wait till January to trade the XFAs. Because yesterday, if I traded my XFA yesterday, I would have lost. So that's just a prime example of why I'm waiting till January. You want to see yesterday? I'll show you yesterday, dude. This was yesterday. Market opened, you can see right here where my cursor's at. And then look at this, just one whole range all day. And we're still in that range. That's kind of insane to me. That is actually insane to me. Well, maybe we can make. There's definitely still a room for an S&T. 100%. Mm, maybe not so much. But yeah, this is the obvious objective for the day. All these lows right here. Because like why wouldn't it be? Like look at this. What is market gonna end up targeting? Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Sorry, guys. Um, But what is market gonna end up targeting? This high resistance high right here, or like highs all the way up here, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 low resistance lows down here. So ES is probably gonna take out this high. Hope not, but it's looking like what's gonna happen. 5 minute close like super bullish. But if ES does get up to this high, then that means like not when ES gets up there, Nasdaq will be at this one. So it's like we'll have another SMT anyways, pretty much. Again, we don't have to. I don't have to feel like I have to trade today. Definitely not. We still have. Yawning. We still have all of next week except for Thursday. Thursday's a bank holiday. So we have 4 days next week, and then um, after next week, we have like we have some days too. Moving down, I love it. I love to see this. Hmm. Now the question is, like, this is gonna, like, technically it's a SMT. If this closes, it's technically a 5 minute SMT. Like, hmm. No, I think I'm gonna wait for this gap to get inversed, and then we're gonna want, like, move into equilibrium or a fair value gap or whatever. We're gonna want to trade it on ES just because it's the leading index. It's the leading index in the SMT, so. Bro, I swear that's annoying. I used to use the charts on Google, but now I use Safari, and it's like when you zoom out sometimes like it zooms you out of the whole thing. It's annoying. Like I'm telling you, dude, like most optimal way this happens is price inverses this gap. Yeah, price inverses this fair value gap. And then from there we get like our retracement. Like technically this is a 5-minute SMT, and it's like we can draw out equilibrium from here to here, but that's not, like, backtesting shows that that's kind of like a more risky thing. It's not ideal, and plus this closed bullish anyway, so it's not an SMT on Nasdaq because we didn't make a high. We didn't make a higher high on Nasdaq yet, but we made a low on we made a high on ES, but not on Nasdaq. So see what happens. But if we were to trade today, we could do a little bit of testing, a little bit of forward testing, I guess, because there are still things I need to perfect with my strategy. Let's say that we did want to trade this, and that's equilibrium. All we would want would be a change in order flow back to the downside. I'm just gonna paper trade this and see, just because why not, right? Take your sell right here, and then that's a crazy stop. I have a feeling this is gonna go in my favor, and I probably should have actually entered this because my take profit could have been like right here. I don't know, but yeah, if I was on XFAs and stuff, I would make my shit all the way down there. Like on XFAs, if there's draws like this, I'm going to be at the lowest one or the highest one if it's a long, because I'm going to take partials along the way. You know what I mean? Like evals, I'm not partialing on evals just because it's an eval, you know what I mean? But XFA is a different story. That's where you actually make your money. But evals, you just try and pass. So that's why I have a one and only take profit, and why I just, like, when I reach a certain point, I just put my stops to break even. And if it hits me at break even, it hits me at break even. If it runs my full TP, and it's it's a big winning day. Forgot to save them. See, it's important to forward test. I would have got cooked there. You know what I mean? And that's why. Because I remember back testing, this exact thing would happen. Like a 5-minute SMT would happen, and then there would technically be an equilibrium, and I would take it and I would lose like this. That's why I didn't want to take it. That's why I didn't let myself take it, because I remembered this is risky. This is a lower probability than if, like, you can think about it this way. Does this, what I just did, have the same probability of happening of, does this thing that I entered off of have the same probability of hitting my take profit as inversing this gap and then getting a retrace into a fair value gap or equilibrium and then breaking structure back to the 1 minute to the downside and then going to take profit? Does that have the same probability as that? Because if it doesn't, then ideally you just don't take it. But we swept out these highs on ES and validated the SMT, but we made a new SMT. So it's like, you see this, like, dude, this is kind of insane. Feeling like a no trade day, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see what happens, guys. Kind of sick because if we do want to break to the downside, all we're gonna have to do now is come underneath this low to break instead of inversing this gap. But if ES takes out this high, then I feel like it's just chopped. Like, bro, market opened and it shot up fucking almost 1.75% on NASDAQ, dude. That's crazy work. What could we possibly target? Like, I guess these, like, dude, what? That would be an SMT, dude. Not gonna lie. But yeah, guys, like I said yesterday, back testing is important when you're confused about something in your strategy or you're not confident in your strategy. Back test it and then gain the confidence. See that it works and then go into the live markets with that confidence, knowing that it works. And forward testing too. I mean, like trading on demo, like what I just did, just for a little practice thing, is important too. I started on demo, then I quickly moved to fundeds because I got convinced. Someone convinced me. They're like, move to fundeds, you could pass an account. And that was all the way back in March, and I passed my first ever account in July, so, and it was a top step. And in March, I was trading Forex, so yeah, kind of cooked. Dude, if Nasdaq comes up here, that's a 1%er. Alright. This is kind of chopped. It just feels like one of those days where like the move is so like obvious of what can happen. Like obviously we wanted to sweep out these highs and then come down to these lows. But it's just like one of those days where it's like the market knew that it was too obvious, so they're not gonna do it. I swear that's what happens sometimes. I swear. But yeah, guys, I'm excited for January. Very excited. Alright, well, now we don't need to go all the way down here to change order flow. We just have to inverse this gap now. Okay. decent moves down. Nasdaq still, this is barely a black candle on Nasdaq, but ES is pretty strong. Well, all we need for a change in order flow is for price to inverse this gap. And this is for sure not a long setup. This is not a long setup for me. No equilibrium. We didn't sweep anything. Market opened and just started pumping up. Hey guys, sorry about that. Someone tried to call me and the recording stopped. I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm gonna try and edit those two videos together, and if it works, it works. Hopefully it does. But yeah, we're still in a good time frame to enter a trade. Like, this is optimal time. This is the macro right now. Hmm. But ideally, bro, like this candle, I would really want to inverse this gap. Like, the sooner the better. The sooner the better. Okay, it's kind of chopped. This is kind of chopped. I don't know how I feel about this, bro. Came back up, swept up these 5-minute highs. We got the first step, liquidity sweep. Now we're gonna need change in order flow in the 5-minute. It's gonna be like we just keep making a higher thing for us to change order flow with. Like if this candle closes blue, then we're not gonna have to inverse this gap. We'll just have to close underneath this low now. And at this point, it's like we're almost 1% away from the closest low. On NASDAQ, we probably are. Yeah, we're 1% away from the closest low on NASDAQ. So it's kind of gross at this point. And it's like ES is making decent moves up on NASDAQ, just chopping because it's like it's letting ES catch up. That's nasty. Straight sideways for 10 minutes. This is December right here. This is December, bro. What is this 5-minute chart, bro? Well, 10 a.m. is coming around, so we'll see what the 10 a.m. candle does, or the 9:59 candle. And it's such a strong candle because this is when the 1 hour candle closes and the 4 hour. So, I mean, like it's obvious, like a 1 hour candle closes every hour, of course, but the 4 hours closes every 4 hours, and it just so happens that this one closes at 10 a.m. every day. So 9:59 is a pretty strong candle. And 10, there could be like big drastic moves. That could honestly be a move, bro. Just longing off of this. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like we still have an SMT still, potentially. So it's like if I long this, it's kind of dumb. No point. But based on how it's looking, like, it just looks like price is gonna keep going up slowly. I don't know though. Ideally, it just flips around right now, and we break to the downside with this candle, or make a new high. Sure. Should I just say fuck it and trade this? Nah, that's not smart. I mean, I would only trade it if we break to the upside on NASDAQ. Or on ES too. Like this would have been my trade theoretically. This would have been my trade. And then just target the 1.5. Probably be around here because sometimes my fills are shit. So it'd probably be like a 1.65 like actual to make like 1500. Because I feel like I took a trade like this earlier this week. But it might have been a 5 minute, we got a 5 minute sweep market open and then we went up. Like this is no sweep, like we literally just go. See this power of the 10 a.m. candle right here, bro. Are we just gonna keep going up? I think that's the case, I'm not gonna lie. I could say, like, nah. I'm gonna be disciplined and not take this trade because it's lower probability than usual. But this wouldn't have been an awful trade. I mean, like it was kind of obvious at this point that we wanted these because we just kept denying in the SMT, bro. This probably would have been it. Yeah, 1.6. Yeah, I think we would have made the 1500. Maybe not though. Let's just say we didn't and see. But yeah, this is December price action, bro. Consolidation for almost 20 minutes now. I mean, we're kind of getting somewhere, moving out of the range a bit, but we're coming back into it. This is a pretty drastic candle. This might have been news. I don't know. Check right now. Kind of curious. Okay, there was news. Shit. Existing home sales. Shot price up a little bit. Now the question is, what are we doing here, bro? Like, these are pretty decent moves down. Is this gonna be a break or what? Fucking yes, bro. This is like, this is disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. This is nasty, nasty work. Yes, it's a little cleaner than Nasdaq, but it's still bad. So there's no SMT. And my headphone battery is low. Dude, on ES, all we have to do is inverse this gap and it's a change in order flow. Yo, that could be good. Hopefully this is it. Like if we can inverse that gap on ES and then break structure on NASDAQ, it's decent, I'm not gonna lie. Then we're still gonna need a retrace and it's 10. It's gonna be like 10:15 or 10:20 on a Friday. No news. So it's like, at that point, am I gonna want to trade? I don't know. We'll see. It's just an eval. I have 2XFA secured already. Swept out a bunch of highs. Still have 2 minutes to go. Yes, it's just dumping right now. Do people trade trend lines in the big 2-5, bro? What even is trend line trading? I don't even know like what they do. I don't want to know what they do. I don't want to know their strategy. I swear I see reels where it's like, okay, we have this to here, and we have 2 touchdown points. Like, what, dude? You're cooked. It's crazy work, I'm not gonna lie. He's just making a line. Okay, 30 seconds, and we're not. We'll see if we inverse this. I mean, it's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close, dude. This is like another good entry for longs, in a way. It's like just wait for a change in order flow, and then long it, but do I want a long? Probably not. We failed to inverse on ES. Like, dude, look at this. We're coming down here. Same thing with NASDAQ, dude. I feel like, dude, if we break on NASDAQ to the upside, I feel like that's low-key a safe trade. Like, just chill our stops under here and then take profit at these highs, and then we just go break even right here. But stops at break even right here. if we break. But dude, even then, like I'm still contemplating, bro. Like we just came and kept pumping up and we just swept out a bunch of liquidity, but we kept denying the S&T. That's the big thing about this. It's the only reason I'd be willing to long. Sorry if you guys can hear that. I'm just fidgeting and whatever. I'm bored. Now it looks like this could be like a bullish S&T, like potentially if we get underneath it. This is crazy, bro. This could be like another entry too on ES, like literally just off this bullish S&T forming underneath the second low. I put them like here, but I'm just spitballing. Like technically this is a good setup, but not really because it depends if we closed. Yeah, we didn't even close above equilibrium, so. And the beauty thing about it is like, bro, I'm calling out these trades and they're like the first one sort of went my way. Um, I think I would have hit a TP of like 1500 or whatever, but um, just look at this price action. And if you don't trade in price action like this, you should feel good about yourself, honestly. Okay, well, we inverse this gap on ES though. We inverse this gap on ES, we change order flow to the downside on the 5 minute. We'll see. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think I'd want to short anymore. Just because there's no S&T, bro. And it's 10:15. And bullish S&T as well on the 5 minute. Bro, like I really do think longs could be good here. I'm not lying. Like I really do feel like longs would be good. Like yeah, yes, longs would have been hitting right now, bro. Well, maybe not so much, but yeah, this is why like I'm marking all these out, but I'm not actually taking action. I'm not actually entering because, dude, like yeah, this is why. Like this is ugly, ugly price. So I think the best thing to do for the day, I don't know, because at the same time, this is technically like an equilibrium that we hit. Like, not really though, because we would need up. Well, no, actually, yeah. So now it's like all we would need for shorts is a break to the downside on the 1 minute, which would be literally just right here. And then stops above the second high, which would be right here. So then take profit. I would put it right at 138. I mean, I don't think I'll take this, but like, I mean, this is like negative at this point. Not anymore. But even if it's not negative, like, dude, I really don't think it's a good idea. But I also do. We did not break on ES or NASDAQ. Price has been on a consistent downtrend though. And this has been like this has been our entry type thing. But this SMT is so like prominent. It's so like this SMT like they're so far that it's just not, to me. I don't really like it. We're not even like breaking. So now to break to the downside on the 1 minute, we have to come down to here. 5 minute candle closed. Yeah, this is really gross, dude. But this is second high now. Okay, that's kind of it. These are improbable conditions to trade in. If price goes my way, good, my bias was right for a short here. If it doesn't, then, well, good, I mitigated risk. I think this is where I'm gonna stop. I want to end it. Um, because we've been consolidating for over half an hour or so, right? I think somewhere around half an hour of consolidation. So, yeah, I mean, we could win this trade, but I mean, I would like to take a trade that's more probable to win, you know? See, like, price will go, but even if I wanted to enter this, like, the risk reward to me just wouldn't be, like, and this could do well, this could work, but to me, I just don't want it. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. But I really, like, it's just conflicting factors, and I'm, like, giving you guys, like, the real talk right now. Like, I feel like price is gonna go here, so I want to take it, but I know that I shouldn't. I know that I don't. I can't let myself take it. Even though I want to. But you have to you have to stay disciplined as a trader. Um, you have to be a good trader, and this is a part of being that good trader. Been in consolidation for literally like half an hour. We moved up, swept liquidity, and now we're just chopping around, and that's probably how it's gonna be for the rest of the day. Whether it be in the smaller range like this, or we come all the way back down here and then just make a range like this. Either way. Screw it, I'll paper trade it with you guys. I'll paper trade it. I'll paper trade it with you guys. But I won't actually incur risk on this. Like we could go for a 1-to-1, but it's like might as well go for a 1-to-5. And then just put stops at break even at like 1-to-1 or when we get to this new gap. But yeah, whoever's watching this, whoever trades and watches this, I hope you guys are being safe trading this terrible price action. If you have XFAs, I hope you're not trading this. Like, dude, this is awful. This is disgusting. And it's like, even if this hits, like, yeah, I guess it sucks because I missed out on 1500, but it's like, these are super unprobable, like, and I really want to give it, like, I want to be careful with this, even though it's just an eval, but I don't know. Because now I see it go down and I'm like, damn, I should have taken it. It was a good setup. Setup was good. I would have taken it if there was still an SMT, but there isn't a 1 hour SMT anymore. It was ruined. How do I have allergies in the winter? Like, it's kind of crazy to me. Like, I'm always stuffed. My nose is always stuffy and stuff, dude. Well, I mean, would I have gone break even at when we got to this new gap? We'll never know on the real thing, but I don't know. Might as well just hold at this point. If I did trade this on if I actually traded this on a combine or whatever, I think I probably would have went break even. But for the sake of this, of it being on demo, we'll just hold it since we're already past it. It's like, why not? It's no point in closing. There's no point in anything. It's just demo. But yeah, guys, isn't that crazy, dude? Look at that. That's December. That is December. This is December price. I don't know if it's bold to, like, if you someone would hold down to here. I don't know if that would be bold or not. I don't know. No way, dude. This is why. This is why. No, no, no. Okay, I'm learning a lot about December right now. Yo. Nah, guys, this is actually crazy work. This is why you guys you guys gotta stay safe in this price action, because dude, this is insane price action. You see that? That candle was, oh, wow. But yeah, that is why I did not actually take the trade. Would have barely lost. So yeah, um, good to see my bias was partially right. I mean, we came down and filled these gaps a little bit. It was a retracement trade, but yeah. So yeah, now I'm definitely done. It's past 10:30. My trading times are done. Um, so yeah, that concludes this week. We passed 2 evaluations this week, which is amazing. I'm gonna pass this third one next week. Hopefully price clears up a bit. I don't expect it to, because it's just we're just getting deeper and deeper into December, closer and closer to the holidays, closer and closer to Christmas. But yeah, this is something. Hopefully you guys are trading safe today. Hopefully you guys are trading safe for the rest of the month. And yeah, very glad. I'm very happy in myself that I didn't trade this. I was disciplined enough to stay out. So yeah, with that being said, have a good weekend, guys. I'll see you guys next week.